Hello everybody, I'm with 2.0 over here, and today we're gonna be doing a reaction video. I know, this hasn't happened in a long time. Okay, what? I actually don't know what to watch. What the hell is happening on top of my screen? But we're gonna be reacting to Jaden Animations over here. Please don't make fun of me for watching this. Here, no, let's do this one. No, there's an ad from 5 weeks.
Alright, into the stories. I was a child once. Alright, into the stories. I was a good kid growing up. I did what my parents said, followed their rules, ate what they put on my plate, maybe a bit too well. Flashback to the green bean incident. My mom told me that when I was a small toddler, sometimes I'd have horrible tantrums and rip all the sheets off my bed and sweep everything on my shelves onto the floor in an emotional outrage. She'd have to crack my door open afterwards and say, "Are you done?" so she could help me put everything back. If I wasn't, she'd lock me in my room for a bit longer as I continued being an indignant little tornado and try again in 10 minutes. I've grown out of that phase, luckily. I'm so conditioned to want to follow the rules and not do anything bad that people on multiple occasions have told me, "Jaden, you're good all the time. You've got to be rebellious every once in a while." And I say, no. Is that a start? I was such an obedient kid, I've only been grounded once in my entire life, and that story is pretty pathetic. I was maybe 6 at the time, and my parents were going out for a date night or whatever to get out of the house.
Well, I like how you just say no. Like, no! Wow. Oh my god. Sorry, didn't mean to do that.
Understandable. Jax was a pretty exhausting kid to deal with, so they left us with a babysitter. Now, as a kid, having a babysitter is emotionally conflicting. On one hand, you don't want this rando middle school kid to be telling you what to do. Go to bed. You're not my mom. You're not even old enough to go to the bathroom at school without asking for permission. Don't tell me what to do. But on the other hand, babysitters let you get away with way more than your parents. Oh, yeah, mom always lets us have 3 Oreos. It's okay. It's fine. Don't worry. Normally, we only get to have 2 Oreos. We're so sneaky. It was getting late that night, and before it was my bedtime, I wanted to play outside on our rickety little playset. Now, I'd already gotten ready for bed. I was in my pajamas and brushed my teeth, but I figured it's not past my bedtime yet, so everything's fair game. So the babysitter watched me swing on the swings for like 5 minutes and then go down the slide one time. In the morning, when my parents were back, I woke up and they were like, "You're in trouble." Did I do something? What do you think you did? I don't know. Why do adults say that to children, by the way? What do you think you did? I don't know. Seems like you don't even know what I did and are trying to get me to rat myself out. The babysitter told us that last night you played in the backyard in your pajamas. What? We don't want you playing outside in your pajamas. You're grounded tomorrow. What the fuck? So I was grounded for a day because I played outside in my pajamas. But I cheated like 5 minutes of TV by sneak watching from around the corner, so who's the rebellious one now? There's this golf course a block or two down from my house that had a little lake, and my dad and I would ride our bikes to it every once in a while to feed the ducks. Also, yes, I know ducks shouldn't eat bread. If you didn't know that, don't feed wild ducks bread. Give them candy bars. We were feeding the ducks, minding our own business, when all of a sudden we hear from across the lake, "Mabel! Mabel!" There's a neighborhood of houses next to the golf course so people could look out and see the golfers, and in the distance across the lake, some lady was yelling, "Mabel! Mabel!" Wonder where Mabel is. "Mabel, get over here! What are you doing?" She's talking to me. "Mabel, you're in so much trouble!" My dad and I didn't know what to do. This lady in the distance thought I was Mabel when I was not Mabel. I am Jaden, but she didn't know that. "Mabel, what are you doing? Get back here!" We pedaled away. Now, let's put ourselves in the point of view of this lady across the lake. She walks out into her backyard. What a wonderful evening. I think I'm gonna treat myself to some relaxation time out in my backyard. Working my 9 to 5 job and managing 3 children as a single mom sure is hard work, especially since my doctor says I need to lower my stress because it's starting to take a toll on my depression. Okay, maybe a bit too much creative interpretation. She's in the backyard. She looks out across the lake, and what? Who's that? Is that little old Mabel across the lake? How'd she get there? And wait, is that a strange man with her? What the? Mabel, what are you doing? Get over here! That girl is in so much trouble when she gets back home. I've told her so many times about the dangers of... Is she running away with him? I hope Mabel wasn't in too much trouble when she got back home. Sorry, Mabel. This story didn't happen necessarily during my childhood, more teenagehood, but I think it's kind of funny, so I'm telling it. I went ice skating with a couple friends one winter, maybe when I was 15, 16. It was busy, but not too busy. Side note, one time my friend invited me to go ice skating, and we were the only two there.
One time ice skating.
It was dope, but also felt like a weird ice rink.
Just because I went to the ice rink once, and I keep on busting. Well, not like that. Like, keep on falling really hard on the ice. So, yeah, because we always go, well, not always, but like we sometimes go to the ice rink on Christmas.
Twilight Zone. Anyway, so we were skating around, you know, like what we went there to do. I'm not anywhere near close to a good ice skater, but I hadn't fallen on my butt or head, so I considered it a successful day. After a while, we decided to do one more loop around the rink, and right before we were done, this little boy skates up to me. I wasn't very old at the time, but he was definitely younger than me, maybe 13 or something, I don't know. I looked down at him confused, and he goes, "I like your hat." Oh, by the way, I was wearing a knitted hat that looked like a raccoon, so it was a good hat. "Will you hold something for me?" Oh, okay. And I'll never forget what he says. This is possibly one of the smoothest things I've ever heard from a little 13-year-old boy. So he goes, "Will you hold something for me?" And I go, like, okay, what is it? And he goes, "My hand."
Oh my god.
I had no expectations on what to say, but that one definitely caught me off guard. I was so startled by his... what would you even call that? Pickup line request? That I stumbled back, forgetting I was on ice skates. I didn't fall, but I definitely did one of those weird twisty maneuvers that your body pulls when it's off balance and trying not to fall down. The boy skated off because I think he wasn't expecting to actually physically startle me. Thinking about it, if you were to try and use a pickup line on someone and their immediate response is to be so surprised they almost fall backwards, that... I don't know how to interpret that. Obviously, it's not what you want, but, I mean, that's gotta be some sort of achievement. I wonder what would have happened if I decided to say
Ari,
yes to that kid instead of...
You see that bird? That's Ari. And where was the guy?
Oh, by the way, I was wearing a knitted hat that looked like a raccoon, so it was
not
a good
that
hat.
little kid.
Will you hold something for me? Oh, okay. And I'll never forget what he says. This is possibly one of the smoothest things I've ever heard from a little 13-year-old boy. So he goes, "Will you hold something for me?" And I go, like, okay, what is it? And he goes, "My hand." I had no expectations on what he was gonna say, but that one definitely caught me off guard. I was so startled off balance and trying not to fall.
That's me. I bet that's me on the ice rink. You would just see me go up everywhere. Seriously, bro. And this one is probably my favorite one.
The world's easiest game. Imagine making billions of dollars with no chance of losing.
Ari, something's telling me people like you more than me. Maybe I'm being irrational. I mean, not to rub it in your face or anything, but it's not called Ari Animations. You don't even do anything. I'm the one doing all the animating and work. Don't give me that look. All you do is eat and scream. It doesn't matter or anything. Okay, I'm just gonna run a little experiment for research purposes. It's not a competition, just getting information. Doesn't hurt. Just a bit curious to see if I'm just overanalyzing the... Well, since you all just love Ari so much, why don't we just talk about him? No, I get it. Ari's cute. He's funny. He flings strawberries all over the place. Let's shift the spotlight to the star here. I don't think I've ever gone into the origin story of getting Ari, so I guess I should do that. Back when I was 12, I said to my mom, "Mom, can we get a bird? I really, really, really like birds." Have you seen that one video of a bird in a rabbit costume? It's pretty great. And she said, "Okay, you can get a bird when you move out." Wait, and that was my life plan for the next 6 years. In my old 100K video, there's even a bit of shadowing if you picked up on that.
Oh, you wanted this bird.
I still want a bird, but not this one. I actually got Ari before I officially moved out, but that's because I was planning to live with some friends, plans ended up falling through, and things were already confirmed with the bird lady. But that turned into an ironic situation because after getting Ari, guess who started falling in love with him? My mom even started Ari's feathers in a little baggie. I'm not sure why. It's not like Ari's gonna be short on feathers anytime ever. The moral of the story is, if you want a thing and your mom says no, get it anyway and trick her into liking it so when you move out and take it with you, it's the ultimate revenge. You probably think Ari's just a sweet little angel who eats a lot and pushes things off counters. Well, let's all get on the same page here. Because you're wrong. Very incorrect. The best way to describe Ari...
Well, the only thing that my parakeets do is like fling apples everywhere. Seriously, they will eat an apple and fling it everywhere. Fall! That's the thing that my parakeets do.
He is
Oh
a brat.
my God,
I love him, but he's a brat. Actually, no. Ari's just the embodiment of a toddler, constantly wanting attention and food. And if he doesn't get it, he screams. Isn't that just the sound of love? Ari also gets really jealous. Since we spend so much time together, he's definitely me. If anyone gets in the way of us, then he starts getting really aggro and puffs up as if that's threatening anyone. When I was living with my parents, my mom would come into my room and kiss me goodnight, and he would just stare at her. Who does this human think it is? I will end. Ari sees my mom as competition for my love. He doesn't like her. Ari's actually pretty shy. He's only comfortable with me and Jack so far. Everyone else, he's all, nope! Like, physical nope. No, look. Ari. He's like leaning. Bye. Dave, you want Ari to lean away from you? Ah! I also want to bring up the fact that Ari just decides not to like random objects. Like nail filers, those are pretty high up on his hate list. He doesn't like it when I use hair products. He doesn't like it when I refill his water. Hate what you want, Ari, but I think you should be a little bit more grateful that I'm giving you water. Just trust me on that one. Despite being a jealous little punk, Ari does have his golden moments. One thing that he's fascinated by is drawers.
Yeah.
I don't think Ari really understands the concept of how drawers work. I can only assume he sees them as little pockets of universes that appear and disappear at random intervals. Because this is pure confusion and interest if I've ever seen it. Same with mirrors. Aris are typically very intelligent, but most of them recognize their reflection, which we can all laugh at. I asked on Twitter if you had any Ari questions, so
that's another thing that my parakeets do. They will usually just like pick the mirror. It's pretty funny.
Let's get into those. James said, does Ari have sharp talons? Actually, it's been a while since I got Ari's nails done, so we should go do that. Thanks for reminding me, James. We're going to get your nails done. You excited? Woo!
I just want to win. There was. Look, he super jumped.
Okay, dude, stop putting your finger up there.
We're done. You scratching your head real good? Oh yeah. Is that a good scratch? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Is Ari called Ari because we're in Arizona? I've gotten that question a lot, and it's funny. I think it's about time I address it. No. Does Ari flip upside down? And then they show a picture of their Ari. First of all, aw. Second of all, hi. Yes. Is Ari secretly making the animations? No, the pen is bigger than his entire body. Does Ari like mangoes? Yes. When I was younger, my family had a sun conure. He was not a quiet bird and got pretty loud. So, how loud does Ari? Does Ari like music? He tries to sing but has no rhythm and is pretty tone deaf.
Oh my god.
Yes. Ari, what's your favorite color? Yellow. Can you speak? No. What words? He can't speak. Am I baka for having a crush on Ari? Me no baka. Choo!
What the hell?
Yikes. Can Ari play the piano?
Yikes.
No, he's not heavy enough to press any of the keys down. Is taking care of a bird difficult? Okay, holding the jokes for a sec here. I get this question a lot, and it's kind of important. It's not difficult, but there's routines you definitely need to adapt into your life. I'm not the most public with how to get your own Ari, because as fun and amazing as they may seem, obviously, proper Ari care is important, and I want people to do their own.
One time I put my parakeet on my shoulder and it pooped on me. Oh my god. I was like, did he just do that just to poop on me?
Research before getting one. It's pretty common for people to impulsively decide to get an Ari and then not care for them correctly by either not having a good cage, giving them improper diet, neglecting it, stuff along that line. They need love. Aris aren't meant to sit in the corner as decoration for their entire life. Before you get an Ari, it's really important you do research on what type of Ari best suits your lifestyle, how much attention you can give it every day, proper health and care needs, all that life stuff. Act like you're getting a child. There's a lot of similarities. You're gonna have to spend time with it. They'll be relatively expensive. They might bite you. There's a chance they'll be living with you for around 18 years. More.
Well, I'm gonna get a new parakeet next week. That's why I didn't get a good decision. So, yeah.
Less, depending on the type of Ari. People don't impulsively get children. Well, not intentionally. If anything, they can accidentally get stuck with them. But that's not really an issue with getting Aris. So if you've seen Ari and you are okay with it being jealous and a brat and little punk and you still want one, do your own research and don't ask me. I'm not a professional. I don't know why people keep thinking I'm professional at anything, but I'm doing pretty good with the information I took the time to find and learn about. So, yeah. Now let's end the video with some miscellaneous footage of Ari being Ari. No one likes a peeping Tom. Alright, I'll let you in. Sorry. Hi.
Oh my god.
What are you
It
doing?
reminds me of my parakeet.
Don't. Whoa. Whoa. Hello. You brought a rice? Oh. Uh-oh. You're just talking to yourself over there. On Lonely Island. Is that right? Are you angry? Are you angry because you want to be over here? We don't all get what we want now, do we? You're just screaming by yourself on the top of the tower. You're stealing some peanut butter? Is that good?
I really do want to prepare it now.
Hey, what are you? Oh. I was talking to some friends and we were trying to figure out why birds were such derpy meme animals, and they mentioned
Not up. It's actually pretty funny. Squatchies. His hair looks so fluffy.
Hey, what are you? Oh.
I was talking to some friends and we were trying to figure out why birds were such derpy meme animals.
Alright, guys. I'll see you on the next video. Bye-bye.